Hello, and thank you for waking up so bright and early for some holiday cheer. It's wonderful to have you all here today. Thank you so much for getting up. This is the virtual Elf Help Show, and I am Jane Clauss, coming to you live from the Clauss Workshop. And since we all can't be together in person, thank you, 2020. I mean, it's okay. I'm hoping that you are all staying home and you're cozy and warm and you're still rocking those PJs. And I am here with my coffee. It's not too early to have this kind of coffee. I actually love it here in this workshop because this is where all the creativity happens. It's literally what the inside of my brain looks like from July through January. It's full of glitter and lights and, of course, flocking. You know, we all love some flocking. We all need a little self-help these days. And so we thought we could also bring you some elf help, right? So that's what we're doing today with the virtual Elf Help Show. We're all trying to stay healthy, and a medical professional would tell you to wear a mask, wash your hands, but they would also say exercise and eat the right foods. And I'm going to tell you today, the best way to live a healthy life is to accessorize your holidays and don't be a Scrooge. All right, we're going to have some fun today. We've got a great show in store. Remember, we're all in this together. So if you have any comments, you have any questions, you have any thoughts, you just want to say hi, drop it in the comments box and we will get back to you. Maybe I'll post it on the screen. I would love to chat with you as well. Remember, this is together. We're together in this. So before we get started, I want to introduce to you my amazing guest today. She is, she loves the holidays. She loves holiday traditions, and she is the owner of Treetime Christmas Creations. Here she is, the lovely Miss Lori Kane. Hi, Lori.
Hi, Jane. Thank you so much for having us here today. We, like you, we love our glitter and our celebrations. So we can't wait to talk to you guys about what we've been doing. People always ask us if we do this all year, and we do. We think Christmas all year long. So
and I want to pose a question to all of our fans right here. We love Bunny. Hi, Bunny. Nice to see you. Hi, Molly. Hey, Rich. Rich has been such a great fan. Hey, George. So many people joining us this morning, Lori. This is so exciting. They're really looking for some holiday trends and to get into spirit. I want to ask all of you guys, what are your holiday traditions for decorating? I know, Lori, you love the holiday traditions. What people are writing, what's your holiday tradition?
Myself, I just love creating a mood. I love to come home from work and have the lights on and have everything there. And we have a very special tradition in our house. It's called Santa Mouse. And Santa Mouse has been coming for many years for me. He leaves a little package with yellow ribbon in our tree. And that's our children's tradition, my family's tradition. And we read the story and look for our yellow ribboned package.
How much fun. What a great tradition. All right. If you have a tradition in your family, share it with us here. I love Angelica, the Christmas card tree, which is so much fun. And Bunny is saying, I love it, but I need lots of help. Don't worry, Bunny. We're going to help you out here today. Okay, our next guest for the day. I'm so excited. You know her as the backbone of design for Treetime Christmas Creations. I mean, she's got this tremendous history in so far as being an expert, a true expert of design. She's going to be giving us the why this morning. And we know that knowing the why is the most important thing, right? Okay, so she has a long history of design, starting in fashion and then moving into showrooms across the country. She's the woman who is responsible for all of the beautiful decor when you walk into that Treetime showroom. It's truly amazing. And when I first met her, she had glitter on her cheeks. So she literally had me at hello. Please say hi to the lovely Cassi Nickolas. Hi, Cassi.
Good morning, Jane. Yes, we're wearing glitter all year round because this is the season for everybody right now, but we live Christmas the entire year, planning and getting ready to bring all the great things to you.
This is wonderful. And by the way, you guys, with the names like Clauss, Kane, and Nickolas, we're like the legal team for Santa's elves.
Yes, I do think we're born into it.
I mean, this is like the perfect trio. I love it. So you have a gorgeous showroom there, and this is sort of like your backstage set that you use for all of these live stream shows. So this is really cool because your showroom, which people saw in the intro, has so many trees. Lori, we have people watching from all over the country. Tell us a little bit about Treetime.
Well, here at Treetime, we design and sell our own artificial Christmas trees, wreaths, garlands, and we sell online at www.treetime.com. And we also have a huge, spacious showroom that we set up every year, and we set it up to be inspiring. So every year we take everything down and we redo it, and we look for the latest trends, and we literally shop the world and try to bring special curated collections together to help you and inspire you to make your home how you want it for the holidays. And you mentioned our stage back here. Another thing that's really important to us and what we use this setup for is because we design our own trees, we take real pictures of them and put them on the website because it's very important to us that you can really understand what type of tree you're buying when you search that website. So we use this all year round to create and to show you our great products.
And I think it's amazing. By the way, I have a Treetime tree right here. Thank you very much.
It looks great.
Yes.
I stole it from my sister. Thanks, Maria. And she ordered it online, which is what I love. And we're going to get into all of that stuff today. I need to ask you this. A lot of us staying home for the holidays. So I've been calling it small celebrations with big decorations. Why do you think we're going big this holiday season with our decor?
Well, Jane, in 2020, home is where it's at. You know, everybody is spending more time at home. And we've talked to so many of our customers, and you can see a lot of the social media trends are out there. Everyone feels they need a little bit of joy, and Christmas is the perfect thing to bring you that joy for 2020. So people want to come home and create that special mood. If they're staying at home, they want to celebrate because we can. So that's what we're here to do. So our customers have reflected that, and we are too.
Absolutely. And I mean, I have a lot of my friends have their Christmas trees up already. I've seen, big windows with people have their trees. Not even Thanksgiving yet. And people are decorating. Why do you think we're decorating so early? Because we have more time?
I think because we have more time and we just can't wait. We're like ready to celebrate, ready to enjoy, and just ready to give your house that little holiday makeover so you can just enjoy the lights. Everybody feels better with extra lights in their house. It's just kind of a universal thing.
Yeah, not only extra lights in their house. I mean, I see people sometimes they have the twinkle lights up all year long. And by the way, lighting is key. So we love that. Cassi, you are the backbone of the design team over there at Treetime. I see the work that you do. It's truly amazing.
Thank you.
Where do you get your inspiration from? What goes on in your brain? It's amazing.
Well, my brain probably looks a lot like your setup is there inside. I get inspiration from a lot of different places. Nature is one really great place for inspiration. Actually, fashion is the fashion industry kind of trickles down into the home, your home decor, and then from your home decor, the Christmas seasonal merchandise kind of follows that line.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about that too, because trends in color is one of our themes as well. And again, just like fashion. So we'll get some inspiration from you today, Cassi. I do want to just share some of the notes that people are writing. All the Clausses are commenting, because with the last name like Claus, you absolutely get the authority to talk about Christmas inspiration. And one of the notes here from Molly Claus, she says her husband asked her to marry her on Christmas Day. So before any ornament goes on the tree each year, the whole family gathers around the tree, joins hands, and says a prayer. And then the husband and I hang the glove that he hid the ring in that he gave me when he asked me to marry him. That's so sweet. I love that. Lots of hearts for that one. Oh, Molly, thank you for sharing that story. I didn't know that. All right. Well, listen, let's inspire the people. Let's start with our trends. for the holiday season. Again, like you said, it's like fashion, trends are changing. So let's start with trend number one, and that is all about small trees. Explain what the small tree trend is all about. A small tree can be,
Yes.
right?
And small trees, we have trees, you know, like little 1-foot trees. And then we categorize any tree up to about 5 foot as kind of a small tree. And I think one of the reasons people are using small trees as a trend is because it's really easy. It's an easy way to bring that holiday spirit to your table, to your counter, to a bathroom, to anywhere you might want it. So for instance, we have this kind of cute little small tree called the dusted spruce seedling, and it's a 2-foot tree, and it comes pre-potted, and you can get it with lights and without lights. And this little tree can go anywhere. So you can make it your own. You can style it in many different ways, and it's been really popular with our customers this year.
And let me,
you can see.
Oh, that's got a little flocking on there.
Little flocky, little nice pot.
Oh, that's cute. Let me show this picture. Now, we said there's a picture of 2 boys, and they both have the dusted spruce tree.
Yes, so they both have this dusted spruce tree. And this was kind of a competition their mother was doing with, one was team ornaments and one was team garland. So you can just decorate them really simple, and you can get your kids to help you, and they love them. And a favorite place for these small trees is in kids' rooms or spaces kids hang out, because you could just let them do whatever they want, and maybe they aren't going to put that ornament that you might not love on your big tree.
Yeah, so true. Let them decorate their own trees and let it be their flair.
Yes, let it be their creation. They get a lot of, that's a great tradition for them to inspire decorating their own tree.
And we have a question, and don't mind me if I have my coffee so early in the morning. We have a question. They asked, why go small when you can go big? And I think the idea is get the big tree, put that in the main room, right? And then we want to create a winter wonderland sort of all over the house because we're all staying home.
Right, and kind of what I alluded to. So you might have a big tree, and that big tree might be full of your heirloom ornaments that you've collected from grandma and grandpa and family, and a lot of people love that big tree. But sometimes you'll want your own special theme tree, like what we're going to talk about today. So for instance, say you have a tree and you love the new flock trend like this tree I just showed you, and your big tree, you don't want to invest in a flock tree for your big tree, but you can buy a nice small flock tree and do a variety of trees and get that trend in without having to get a whole new big tree. So it's a way to really bring that holiday feeling all through the house, like you were saying.
I love it. I have some friends that are commenting saying, hello, we love you, Paziotopoulos. Thank you for joining in. I know they're decorating early this year. Now let's talk about the next small tree, and that is the pistil pine tree. You have an example of that for us.
Yeah, so a lot of the small trees, we have the traditional small trees, but we also have some really interesting small trees that have a lot of dimension and kind of have that really natural look. So this tree is kind of fun because you can hang lots of ornaments on it or just leave it simple and it looks really natural. Now, I mentioned that what you want to do sometimes is take your tree and really make it your own. So you could pick a small tree you like, and then you could add a decorative pot. So we have these cement pots in our store that have little Christmas trees, and they kind of have that neutral look that everybody's liking. So you just take a small tree and you put it in a decorative pot of your choosing, and you could make a pot or do whatever you want. And now you have a quick and easy decoration that really can make Christmas your own.
I love that. So the decorative pot trend is sort of like a trend inside a trend, right?
Yeah, and we're seeing a lot of that. People are, and Cassie's going to show you another thing when she gets here, but we're seeing people doing all sorts of different things with the base of their trees. So you can do a traditional tree skirt, and there's many beautiful ones out there. But people are really getting creative to just, it's simple ways, take that tree and add a statement piece on the bottom, kind of like your statement necklace.
We keep bringing it back to fashion or even room decor. You always have that statement piece, which is kind of what all decorating and designing is the foundation of. So when we're talking small trees, we're saying if there's a room, add a tree, and especially for a kid's room. You have a beautiful idea for a theme for a kid's room, and then we'll go into some other themes. So if there's a room, add a tree, make them different themes. Let's start with this sugar spun tree.
So this sugar spun tree is kind of an example of combining a couple of trends that we're seeing here in the tree world. So number one, I had mentioned the trend of frosted and flocked trees, and it's a beautiful, lightly flocked tree. And then the second trend we're seeing is people are adding a lot of decorative lights, like those little old-fashioned lights like you might have remembered when you were little. So this tree has both. It has the flocking and the standard Christmas tree lights, but it also has on the edges, right built into the tree, those, we call them C5s, but those nostalgic bigger light bulbs you might remember.
And those are light bulbs that are on the tree. And this is a beautiful picture. What size is that?
So this tree comes in both 5 foot and 7.5 foot. And what our customers love most about this tree is it's fun and festive without doing hardly anything to it. So you can see we've added just a set of glass bulbs here, and it's a beautiful tree, and you can put it in your child's room, and I think they'll remember it for many Christmases to come.
What a great tree. Okay, so let's move on to the next theme tree, and this is the botanical theme, and I'm going to bring that up. And Cassie, are you going to talk about this one?
The botanical theme? Yes.
So the botanical theme, I love this idea. Explain what that is.
Well, with the botanicals, that we're using artificial stems that are very real looking that we put in the tree, and it might not necessarily be a poinsettia or a magnolia. It could be any type of a floral that you see in nature, along with succulents, anything that's in nature that doesn't necessarily correspond to Christmas.
Yeah.
You can put them in your tree to give it a special look.
Yeah, and oh, let me bring myself back up so I can talk to you. The botanical tree is really interesting because you're using those faux stems to put inside your artificial tree, but it's really an unexpected twist to your traditional Christmas tree. So you're talking like succulents, and what other examples could we put in there? And can they be real?
They could be real. We use artificial here, and our artificial stems really look beautiful. You can't really even tell that they're artificial. But absolutely, you could use roses, ranunculus, any type of a floral that you see in nature. And what's nice about it, it does give your tree a unique look.
And I think they're amazing. And you have those botanicals at Treetime.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So if we're thinking botanical, I'm going to bring that up one more time so people can see what that looks like. So you can see there, you've got some poinsettias in there. Explain what you've put in there.
I believe there are poinsettias. I can't really see the picture very closely. I'm sorry. Poinsettias and succulents, all of the botanicals that we were talking about in that tree. So you can put the traditional floral stems in there as well as the non-traditional ones.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. Okay, let's move on to the next trend. I'm sorry, not trend. Let's move on to the next theme, because themes, like, sky's the limit. Whatever you feel like you want your theme to be. Like, I would love to do a musical theme or a movie theme. Maybe use old CDs and rock metal and your old CDs that were like metal rock, and then cover them with some decor and use them on your tree. But instead of that kind of metal, you have a theme tree that's a metal tree. What is a metals tree?
Well, what we call a metal tree is where you use all different shades of silver, gold, and bronze. And it's not like the old days where you used to have a tree that only could use gold or only use silver. People are doing this in their houses, and we're doing this in our trees. And we actually have a color that's called platinum, and it's actually our biggest selling color, and it's a combination of both the silver and the gold. Sometimes you look at it, it's silver, and sometimes you look at it, it's gold. And you can find these in ornaments, you can find these in our floral picks. And a lot of our picks are just nature inspired. They're not necessarily floral. So this tree has a combination of all those. And we've added crystal. Crystal's another thing we're seeing coming on strong. It gives the tree a really cool, reflective look. So
that's so cool.
This has been a strong trend, and we're continuing to see people love this as a beautiful Christmas setting.
When you talk about the metals tree and all of those beautiful metallic colors, can we mix all the colors together? Is that still okay, Cassie, in the design world?
Absolutely. Actually, that trend has been strong for the last few years, and we're seeing that trend to continue.
And what about, we've got a note here from Phoenix. It's Karen, and she says, old-fashioned tinsel on her tree. It's warm in Phoenix. I'm sure it is. Karen, thanks for joining in. Is that old-fashioned tinsel still on trend?
We love that for the retro look, for sure.
Oh, cool. I love the idea of having a retro tree. That's a great idea.
I also think, Jane, that people, a lot of times, like, I think that's the strength we've been seeing building too, of multicolored lights and tinsel. People love to recreate the trees they grew up with. And a lot of people grew up with multicolored trees. Remember, I told you the bigger lights and the tinsel. And it just brings back the happy memories of our childhood. So I think that that's a really strong thing people are doing.
And again, I love the idea, small celebrations, big decorations, all of these memories and all these great themed trees. I love the Vegas theme with the Disney theme. Put those in all the different rooms. Linda is saying she has, this is fun, a 9-foot fruit and vegetable glass tree, bird and acorn ornaments with gold lights. Linda, that sounds spectacular. What do you guys think?
I love that. So we love that thinking, how Linda's thinking out of the box. We don't like to just limit our trees to being just, red and green balls. We love, make it your own. This Christmas is the first year maybe people are home and they can make Christmas their very own.
This is great. I mean, everybody has such great ideas. Somebody said they had a daughter, when their daughter was born, they did It's a Girl tree. So you're actually, if you're doing maybe a baby reveal party, you just decorate your tree in that color and have and show people on a virtual stream. Let's move on to the next theme that you guys are going to show us today. And oh, this is my favorite. Are you kidding me right now? This is the kitchen tree, because everything is in it except for the kitchen sink and maybe the kitchen sink. But I love all things home and family. So I love to be in the kitchen. This is perfect for your kitchen. Tell us what you've done with this little tree.
Well, okay, so again, this is that like small decorations, big celebration. So it's another place you can add that holiday feel, and you can take a Christmas tree and you'll notice some of the cool things. Another trend we talked about was making the base of the tree your own. So this kitchen tree, we put in a picnic basket, and then we've used some buffalo check napkins to kind of drape it over, and then created like some napkin art of like little florals and put those napkins in the tree. And then we've added a bunch of, we sell these old world glass ornaments, and we have ornaments such as chocolate dipped strawberries, deviled eggs, bacon, funny things that might be in your kitchen or other things. And then we've even added a thing that I have in my kitchen, which is a wine bottle. So we put the wine in there and some nice grapes, and it kind of just all is kind of a fun way to have your kitchen tree.
Yeah, I love that's cute too. You could do like a whole cork wine bottle, like just do a tree for your bar. A lot of people,
yep, tree for your bar, another fun place.
The McGoverns who live sort of out by you at Treetime, they can come right in and they have a beautiful bar. Do a bar, McGoverns. Like people are saying hi. Hi, Linda. Hi, Marina. So much fun. I love that you guys are all here. Hi, Diane. Hi, Jason. Jason puts apples in his tree. Talk about a really cool kitchen tree. And I'm reading the thing. So let's go on to another theme that I feel like never goes out of style. And this is a theme that we've seen a lot, and that is the farmhouse theme.
Yes, the farmhouse theme has been strong for the last couple of years, and it evolves just a little bit. We actually have I think this is a 5-foot Stockton tree that we did in a farmhouse theme. I've added this twiggy garland that I pushed inside the tree and pulled out to give the tree some texture and some dimension. You can also hang little snowflakes or icicles off of the tendrils that come out. So that way you're kind of coming into the tree and then coming out. But what's great about this, it has that cozy feel. You have the pine cones, you have snowflakes, and the the earthy feels with cozy ribbon up at the top. And I also, earlier we were talking about different ideas for tree skirts. So what I did with this, I grabbed a very cozy blanket and I laid it out on the table. I put the tree on top of the table and put pillow batting around, pulled this blanket up, and I tied it off with some jute string to give it a bundled, cozy tree skirt application.
I mean, you know, I love that, Cassie. You use the blanket as your tree skirt. I mean, let's talk about DIY right there. You're really getting hands-on and making it your own. I think that's such a great idea. And you're right, that farmhouse tree, we really are all craving cozy this year. So when you're doing the work on the farmhouse tree, you're adding in your flannel ribbons, you've got your pine cones, and it's just that warmth and that coziness. And I would say this year, it's all about craving cozy as we're home. I'd throw in some throw pillows next to that, put it on the floor and snuggle right in. Cassie, as we move into the next trend, I want to ask everybody, and I've got some great comments so far. How are you theming your trees? If you could put a tree in every room, give me a laundry list of your themes. Sky's the limit. I want to hear your creativity. But let's move on to our next trend, and that is colors. As we know, colors trend and they change every year, just like in fashion, in home decor. I'll tell you this, the Pantone color of 2020 is classic blue, and the Pantone color for 2021 is urban bronze. Now, I'm loving these two colors. I know you can overlap the two. Cassie, why is color as a trend? Why are colors so important to holiday decorating?
Well, we talked earlier about fashion, how the colors start with the fashion and then go into your home decor. Christmas decor kind of follows that. Back when I was a child, the Christmas tree was always red and green and gold with the tinsel. It's not like that anymore. We see the trend towards people wanting to have, if their colors in their home are the blues and the platinums, they want their Christmas decor to match what they have in their home, which gives it an updated and very cozy look.
Yeah, and I'll bring in Lori. Hey, Lori, look at that screen. How about that?
Hey, Jane.
And we've got Cassie too. Let's talk about, decorating with colors and maybe relate that to styling a room, if you would. When people come into Treetime, are they asking, well, I have this in my room. How will this tree work?
Yes, we've seen more and more people are, like Cassie had mentioned, they're like, a lot of people still want that classic whimsical tree. But more and more people, maybe because they're putting trees in many rooms, are styling their tree to match their home. You know, a lot of homes these days have the whites and the neutrals, grays and blues, and they want a tree that's really gonna complement that look and just look stunning. So we're seeing lots of trend towards trees matching your home decor.
Which is fantastic. I do want to mention to you guys a few comments that we're getting here because I know you want to see these. Marina says she's a collector of antique baby photos, and she is doing a whole tree with her antique baby photos this year. Marina, that's a great idea. Put that in your study so you can look at all your little antique, I'm telling you, they're antique baby photos. They're old photos from the early 1900s. And let's see. Oh, a question here. Jason, do you recommend using larger Christmas lights over smaller Christmas lights just to illuminate? That's a great question.
Yes, we are. That's like the that sugar spun tree we showed you earlier. That's something we're totally doing. We're doing many different types of lights on a tree. So if you have a pre-lit tree that has kind of the standard smaller Christmas lights, we're adding oversized ornaments to it. And we're mixing color to multi too. So some people have a clear tree and we're adding those multi ornaments or multi lights that are larger on top of it. So mixing lights is totally in.
And then I love this tradition as well. The living room tree is centered in the room and displays his collection of Wallace sleigh bells. And this is the 50th year of that annual bell. That's a great tradition, Rich. Thank you for sharing that with us. So much fun. I love all of these comments. So let's keep going on with the show because I could get sidetracked on my social media over here, girls. Let's move on to color themes. And the first one is the Mountain Lodge color theme. Explain what the Mountain Lodge color schemes are.
The Mountain Lodge is very soft, cozy. We have some soft blues and white and gray and some kind of flannel ribbon in there. Again, it goes back to that coziness look.
Yeah, and again, we said the Pantone color for 2020 is classic blue, and you're using maybe not classic blue in here, but in the Mountain Lodge, your colors are grays and blues and whites. So that's just gives a beautiful look to this tree. It's very classic.
Yes, and it also transcends to a lot of the home decor that people have in their homes. Gray is actually a new neutral as far as paint color in your home. So this is a tree that could fit into so many different homes.
Yeah, that's a gorgeous tree. And again, you could do that tree color on any size tree, right? You can use these colors
absolutely
anywhere you want. You can even create your other decor using the colors so that it matches what you're doing with your holiday decorating color. Now, this next color tree, this next color trend, this is Lori's favorite. It's called Crush on Blush. Crush on Blush. I'm going to let her explain it. And there it is, Crush on Blush.
So we have seen a strong movement towards this blush color. And several years ago, it was one of the Pantone colors of the year. And the whole world has really picked up on, again, there's blush appliances, a lot of home decor is blush. And it happens to be one of my favorite looks. And so we've had several crushed on blush trees, but I think this year, Cassie really knocked it out of the park. This year, it's crushed on blush with that platinum color, which I was talking about, which is a little bit gold and silver. And it's just glittering. And we've had this tree a couple years, so we didn't expect it to be the showstopper it was this year. Everyone that's come into the showroom has loved this tree. It's been a great tree.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, I do think that Crush on Blush idea would translate well into the Pantone 2021 color, which is the Urban Bronze, right? It's sort of just...
you could just mix that right in, and that's like exactly what we'll probably do, is like add that richness of the bronze to the blush. And the blush is kind of, again, that neutral, but that warm color that people have.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, so we're going to move on to our next color trend, and that is the Mistletoe Manor. And when we think Mistletoe Manor, you might think traditionals, but this is soft greens and silvers and whites and succulents. And Cassie, you have that there, not in a tree, but in a door swag.
I do. I'm going to come around and show it to you.
Let's see where she's at. Okay, here we go.
All right, this is the door swag, and I actually put this together myself. And this is something that we can do for our customers here in the store, or I can teach you how to do it. It's very simple. I layered a couple of different picks. I use zip ties to connect them in the back, and then I just added a little bit of ribbon. So we're going to put this right up on the door.
Beautiful.
And it's a great alternative to a wreath for your door.
And Lori, Cassie, can you bring that just really close up to the camera if you wouldn't mind? Yeah, so people can see it. You can go to either camera. I'll pull in and see where we're at. Here we go. And there's our white. Oh, yes.
You can see we have the botanicals that we were talking about, the succulents and a lot of greenery. So we have some birch ribbon, which is really awesome. And again, a slightly flacked base that I know you love.
Mm-hmm. And so you also have ribbon at the store too. Is that right, Lori?
Yeah, and what that ribbon that Cassie's showing you is one of our customer favorites. So we are really, I'm just gonna say this, we're a little bit of ribbon snobs in that we work really hard to get ribbon that holds up well, that has nice wiring, and that looks great. So we've put together a collection of ribbon that it makes it easy to make your own bows and use. And you can come here and buy ribbon, or we can also create ribbon and bows for you. So
I love it. And I will ask you this. Well, no, I'm a ribbon snob too. So I love that the ribbons, I've inspected your ribbons. I love your ribbons, but I'm going to throw this out there. Is it still okay to go with the traditional colors of red and green for Christmas?
Absolutely. I think it's a lot of people, we talked earlier about doing the traditions and the things that remind them of their childhood. Red, green, and gold are still very popular.
All right, so I want to throw this question out to our friends in the audience, and that is, oh, just take it right here. What colors are you using for the holiday season? Do you stick with the traditional? Do you try to match your living room or your room decor? Or do you just get really crazy and pick different colors that you may not use in your house the rest of the year? Let us know. Put a little note in the comment box and we'll put those on the screen. But Cassie is that beautiful Mistletoe Manor door swag, but she is a magician and she's going to take that door swag and use it into our next trend, which is tablescaping, something I love to do. So Cassie, you've got the door swag. Explain what that is and how you move it into tablescaping.
Well, that exact door swag that I showed you, I laid it right down on the table. I duplicated the door swag without the ribbon. And all I'm going to do is lay this down on my table. I'm not even attaching these. I'm just putting them end to end.
Beautiful.
And then I'm going to spread my ribbon out. And there's your centerpiece for your table. Of course, we would want to be adding our candles to that.
And you can even do a third door swag and keep one on the door and then put two on the table.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm also adding a few of my ornaments. Now you may have, if your tree design is in this this mistletoe manor color, you could have it on your table, you could have it on your door, and then you could even do it in your tree and then bring some of your ornaments to your table and use that as part of your centerpiece.
That's fantastic. I love the idea. And I have this other side here. I'm going to take that out so you could just see the three of us. I love it. I'm all about the tablescaping. And I think about this a lot. The table's beautiful, but Thanksgiving, we've got all this food. But the way you put it together, Cassie, is that we can remove those ornaments when the food comes onto the table.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I think that tablescaping this year more than ever is so important because so many of us are doing virtual holidays. I know coming up next week, we'll be doing virtual Thanksgivings, we'll be doing virtual Christmas dinners and virtual parties. So you want to have that table just decked out as much as possible because you figure that that computer or the phone or the laptop is going to be sitting right on the table having its own place. It wants to see what's going on the table. Now, Cassie, when it comes to tablescaping and we're thinking about the quick changing it over to add food or changing it from one holiday to another, what's your advice for everybody on how to really do a beautiful and successful tablescape?
Well, I actually really love putting down runners, and I like reusing pieces as well. I would maybe use the same candlestick holders, maybe change out the tapers to a different color. There are quite a few things that you could do to kind of keep your basic pieces and transcend them onto the next season.
Yeah. This is great. And by the way, since I'm a huge fan of tablescaping, I took my own little twist on tablescaping. You guys have heard of this this pop culture sensation, which is the cranberry juice and the rock and roll icon music. You've seen it all over TikTok, right?
Yep,
Absolutely.
That's right.
Okay, so my crazy brain is like, well, how can we make that into a table? Cranberries. Everybody uses cranberries when you decorate for the holidays. So let's figure out how we could take one theme, and that's cranberries and rock and roll medals, and take it from Thanksgiving all the way to Christmas. And for me, it starts with the foundation. And here's what I did. First, lay the foundation with a tablecloth. Next, layer on the centerpieces. Add some pine cones, some fall leaves, and faux cranberry bunches into two areas of the table. Place cranberry-colored candles in hurricane glass vases, and add some smaller votives for some additional flicker and glow. For the finishing touch, mix in the metals, the chain, leather, and lace everywhere. Wrap your utensils in matching napkins and tie them up with some twine. And your Thanksgiving tablescape is complete. Now remember, we're using the same elements to create two totally different tables. So now to transform the table for Christmas. Let's go back to the foundation and switch out the tablecloth using a red colored fabric instead. For the centerpiece, we want to go big or go your own way and add faux pine garland down the center of the table. Add in your faux cranberries. And using the same hurricane candles, place those nestled in the garland. Tuck in those metal bits, swap out the napkins, and use ribbon to tie them up. Add a specialty cranberry cocktail, and your tablescapes will be in your dreams all season long. And there you have it. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow, because the holidays are here, and it's one theme, 2 tables, and totally on trend. You got that right. Totally on trend with your tablescaping. And I used a lot of elements there that you guys have in store, and that is the picks. Cassie, I learned this from you. There it is. Let me pull this up so people can see. That is a cranberry pick. Is that correct?
That is. I've got 2 of them here. We have multiple types of cranberry picks here in the store.
Come on closer so we can see that. We like to see the cranberry picks, and then we're gonna go into more tablescaping. Ooh, look at that! So those are things that I just put those in my table decor, and you use those a lot in your trees and also the table decor. I do want to show everybody this picture here. That's a close up of what Cassie did for her tablescape, and you could see she's using the succulents, and those are picks and some of the ornaments. And I stole sort of some of Cassie's ideas, because that's what I do. I get inspired by what Cassie does, and I put them on my own table. But you're going to show us now how you can take these elements from my tablescape and create a beautiful banner.
Yes, I love those. I love the
banister.
Yes, I love the cranberries that you did on the table. It's so awesome. But there are so many ways that you can use them. This is, I call this a medallion, and we're going to put this on, rather than do just a bow on your staircase, we layered some floral stems, just as I did here on the table, but it's going to have a different application. We're going to bring it back here, and you can attach this right onto your banister where you would normally mark off bows, and it just gives an added visual effect to the banister.
Can you hold that up there one more time, Cassie?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Gives a little wow factor, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. But then you can take those elements and bring them into the mantle. Is that right?
Yes, I'm actually going to take the exact same thing and place it on my mantle. I already have this really awesome ball garland on the mantle, and I'm just laying this into the garland that I have here.
And I'm showing everybody a picture of what you're putting in so they can see a close-up of it. The cranberries, that pick, does it have pine cones in it as well?
That one does not. I actually, I have a different pick here that has the pine cones in it that we're going to show you a little bit later as one of the favorite things. Now, again, I replicated that same medallion without the bow, and then I'm going to place that end to end on the mantle.
I love that.
It's exactly the same technique that we use for the table. You can use it for your mantle, and then if you just have the medallions, you can either put it on your door or on your garland for your stairs.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I love this. And I love the ability to transition from one into another. And here we all are again. And I'm going to bring this up with us. Oh, hi. Here we go.
Hello.
It's lovely. I'm running the things here and trying to think at the same time. We've gone from the banister to the mantle, and the mantle brings us to our next trend. And our next trend is nostalgia. Everybody loves an heirloom piece. I think, Laura, you said this earlier. We all cherish those memories of growing up. And so if we have a nostalgic piece, we want to add that to some of our new items. And I see there you have a new but nostalgic piece on your mantle.
Yes, we have this cute little Santa right here. Now, he would be something that you may find in your attic that was your grandmother's. He is, however, not. It's very trendy right now for our manufacturers to replicate items that have nostalgic meaning. And so he's just one that you can actually buy here in the store.
He's so cute. Can we get him online, Lori?
Oh, not unfortunately not this guy, but we could get him here in Lake Barrington.
Awesome. I love that. Sorry to put you on the spot there. I think it's just so cute. I want to,
He is a very cute one.
I was away going to treetime.com right now, and I was just trying to see if I could find them. The idea of heirloom or nostalgia, I say it's a great time to raid the attic. I love pairing new with old, and I love, it's just, you have such beautiful products there at Treetime, and then if you could add an element of a memory and put that in with your products, I mean, that's just really going to make the holiday decorating so much fun for everybody. I'm going to ask you this. A lot of people in wherever they store their holiday items, you can find some, let's say, vintage wreaths. People like to hold on to their wreaths when we're talking about heirlooms and vintage. You have wreaths at Treetime. Talk a little bit about the program that you have there, what people can do when they come to Treetime, because I love this idea of finding it and making it.
Yes, we have a lot of wreaths here at Treetime, a lot of different ones that you can pick from, lots of different ribbons and floral stems where you can take that wreath and make it special, make it your own, give it the personality of your home decor perhaps, or even make it something whimsical, something fun and that will pop on your front porch.
Yeah, so the idea here is I can come in, you've got beautiful wreaths, I buy it, I go home. Or you've got all the supplies, like you've got the wreath, you've got the picks, you've got the pine cones, you've got all the things, I can come home and make it myself. Right, Lori?
Yep. Or and we also have the people here to help you pick it out, because sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming. So we have people that live Christmas here, so we can help you get something together that might look really good for your thing. And then we also can, if you would like, attach all the stuff for you and have you come back later and pick it up all done. So we have many ways. You can come, do it plain, you can buy these things yourself with or without our help, or we can attach stuff on your wreath for you.
Well, speaking of wreaths, ladies, I've got a great idea on how you can reuse all of your old baseball caps. You might find those in the vintage pile as well, but this is my take on a wreath. Take your old vintage caps, and all you need is, I'll show you this, it's just a foam, you know what that is, right? And then you can take your wreaths and you do this. And that is your vintage wreath, baseball cap wreath. And then I did another one here for our friends at the Cubs in Chicago. One of the things that I love about this is that if your team goes on a run, then you can just take these caps right off. Here it is. You just take the cap. It's just pinned on here on the back. And I've done some ribbon around the edge. I've added a bow. And I colored this with just some red fabric so that you could cover the white or green styrofoam circle. And if your team goes on a run, you can just take these hats off and then you could just wear them. And then next year you can put them back out. But don't you want to have some team, fanfare up in your bar, maybe on your front door? Depends on how big of a fan you are. But this is my idea and my spin on the traditional wreath. What do you think, ladies?
I love it.
Very cute.
We love your out-of-box thinking, Jane. You always come up with the best creative ideas.
You know what? And this is a great chance. I've just used, here, I'm just using some boring ribbon, but here, like, we could get some really cool ribbon from you guys that you could put in.
Yep. See, when you just start thinking about it, you can think of so many cool things to do.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, I get it. I like to clean out the closet and turn that stuff into something new that brings you new joy. But you have a showroom full of beautiful decor. But you've said to me, and I love this, that the touch of handmade, adding the touch of handmade to your holiday decor is something that you really support. Why do you think it's important to add? We come in there and deck out the whole place with all your beautiful products, but you love this idea of handmade as well.
We do, because you know what? In the end, we do all of this because of tradition. Like, we do all of this to strengthen your family ties, your friends' ties, and we're doing it. And so bringing in that touch of something that you've made, that you've created, really ties the whole package together. So we want that. We encourage, like, you'll even notice, like, Cassie's mantle design highlighted that special heirloom piece, because we like bringing the old and new together. That's kind of what we feel tradition is all about.
Yeah, of course. And of course, you know me, I love the DIY. So let me share a couple of my DIY ideas with you. Now, here's what I'm going to say, people, is you have all your decor, your new decor, you're going to buy your stuff, but like these little ideas are so fun to add in. If you've got a closet full of flannels, ladies and gentlemen, and you know somebody who sews, or perhaps you can sew yourself, you can make a tree skirt. Look at that. That is 3 flannel shirts that I've embroidered a little bit on there, and I added a backing fabric, and you got a tree skirt. What do you think about that, Lori?
So I think, Jane, this is brilliant. And this actually is bringing your DIY elements to exactly what we're seeing. Cassie was mentioning those cozy, warm textures. So you've created Christmas your way, you put your own heart and soul in it, and you're right on trend with the cozy fabric. So
thank you. Okay, I love that. By the way, guys, here it is. And what you're going to do is you use do you see that? That's the front opening of the shirt. You'll use that to put around the tree. And you can iron on. If you don't have an embroidery machine, you can iron on. And then this is the inside. This is what it looks like on the inside. Just plain old fabric. But that's a great idea to upcycle some of those old flannels that you have already in your closet. Maybe they have rips and tears. You're just going to cut off the sleeves, sew them together, turn them into a circle. It was really easy. A little bit tough math on the circumference, but I'm sure we can all figure that out. So my next idea that I had for, oh, you're going to love this one, Cassie and Lori. People and their paper towels these days. Oy, oy, oy. So we've got paper towel rolls, right? Everyone has extra paper towels. I made this cute Christmas tree out of paper towel rolls.
Very cute.
that is so fun.
So clever.
I love it.
And very 2020.
Yes.
Very 2020. It is very easy to do. Let me show you how easy it is. First, cut your paper towel roll lengthwise to create 2 halves. You'll need about 4 to 6 paper towels. Paint the inside of the paper towel roll green. Once that's dry, paint the outside of the paper towel roll. You only need to paint about 3/4 of the way. When your paper towel rolls are dry, cut them into little strips. Sketch out the shape of a tree on your dry canvas, and using hot glue, start gluing on your paper towel pieces. One at a time. You can use different colored greens to give it dimension. Now, on to adding the finishing touches. Add some garland and some ornaments, and of course, the star on top of your tree. And there you have it, your paper towel canvas art. Super easy. Looks like a very fun family project. My next DIY idea for you is, you have old books laying around the house. This is a paperback book. You can turn these into a gift tag. You're going to cut out the shape of a gift tag. Use another piece of paper. Put a hole through the top. You know what happens with gift tags, right? You write on them like this. And then once they're used, they're done. You can't reuse them again. But look how pretty they look. And that's a great way to recycle your old books. Make sure you've already read them and nobody else wants to read them, but a great way to recycle your old books, right? So again, I'm all about the recycling, and I've got one more recycling trend for you. Can we talk about toilet paper? Because we haven't brought it up yet.
Oh, very 2020 again.
Very 2020. And I know you've seen all of the toilet paper roll ornaments out there. I've seen them online, but I thought, well, what else can we do with our toilet paper rolls? Believe me, I've got a lot of these at my house. And this is a great way, a very easy way to make an ornament. Here you go. Start by painting the inside of your toilet paper roll. When they're dry, paint the outside a different color. Now, find the center point of the roll and draw a 1/2-inch band around the toilet paper roll. Grab some scissors and make cuts into the middle of the roll, just as far as one of the lines of the band. Now flip it around and do the same thing, but make your cuts staggered. Now, cut each of these tabs into a point, all the way around, and on the other side. Fold back the points on both sides. Add a little bling around the center, tie a string around it, and hang it on your tree. And you know
Love
what?
it, Jane.
What a great idea.
There it is. By the way, guys, this took me 7 minutes to make as soon as the paint was dry. So 7 minutes. There's the front, there's the back, and because you probably couldn't see it, there's the side. You're just using that tube. So cute. And by the way, does this look like a paper towel roll from this far away? I'm sorry, a toilet paper roll? No, it doesn't. Again, another family fun art project. Woo woo.
Yep, I think that's fun. You can get the kids out, get the toilet paper rolls out, and away you go.
I think it's fun too. I love it. If you have a DIY idea to share with us, let us know in the comments. I would love to hear. Maybe I'll have you over here to the Clauss workshop and we could shoot a video together. That would be fun. Put them in the comments and we'll check them out and see if you can come over. We'll wear masks, of course. Let's talk about Jane's favorite things, because we do this every year. And you know, when I come to your store, I get so excited with all of the fun, festive things that you have there that I have to just take some home. So I pick out my favorite things. We tell everybody about them, and we want them to be their favorite things too. So my first favorite thing, and I love the story behind these. They're the Nickolas family hand-blown ornaments. And they're beautiful. And this is a really endearing story, especially for 2020.
So yeah, so these are beautiful hand-blown ornaments, and they're made in Poland, and they're hand-blown and hand-glassed. And this family, the Nickolas family, has been making these since the 1800s in this method. And this year, when we talked to them, they were a little bit late this year because each of the craftsmen had to make the ornaments in their own houses. So it was really like dating back to the old times where the craftsmen hand painted and blew their glasses at home. So due to COVID, these were really special for us, handmade in their own houses of the artisans in Poland.
They're just beautiful. And you have different styles as well?
Yeah, we have so this one I'm showing you here is a Santa one. We have snowmen, we have elves, we have all different, and they have a really nice glitter and a beautiful bling to them. And we just love them. So they're just a special thing to have, like kind of one of those heirloom pieces you'll have for a while.
Absolutely. And we can get those online, correct?
Yes, you can get those online. So check out, we have ornaments online, and it's under the category of Nickolas family ornaments. So
wonderful. My next favorite thing, this was my favorite thing last year. It's my favorite thing this year. It will be my favorite thing next year because lighting is everything. And these are the pole stars. Cassie, I think you have that back there.
I do. This is what it comes in the box, all pulled together. It's wire, so you can shape it the way that you want to. Now, some people will use this on top of their tree as a tree topper. Hopefully I won't fall. I'm gonna step here up on this little step stool. You can put it up on top of your tree in place of an angel or a tree star, or you can take a couple of them and place them right inside of your tree for little bursts of light. They add a lot of fun and sparkle to your tree.
You could put those all over your tree and
absolutely. No ornaments needed, just lighting.
Exactly, and have a starburst. We're talking themed trees. We know we can do that. Okay, so my next favorite thing, I need to get some of those for my tree as I'm looking at it right here. My next favorite thing, and we know this because I love berries. I love the cranberries. I use them in my tablescape. It's the snowy cone and berry hanging spray. Can you show us that?
Yes. So this is a snowy cone and berry hanging spray. And one of the reasons we love it is because it's really easy. So this piece comes all together and it's got a nice little loop on it. And you can see Cassie uses this in a lot of her design. You can see if you would just add a backing, this could make a really nice door swag. Or Cassie has used it in her mantle. The base of that mantelpiece that she created with the red poinsettias and things. So it's all done for you. You can't go wrong using this.
But you can even put it in your tree.
Is that the mantelpiece right there?
Yep, that's the mantelpiece. So if you look closely at that mantelpiece, you can see those pine cones. That's just a couple of those. I believe it's 2 of those swags.
Just 2 of them, 1 on either side.
Okay, so let's leave this photo up there, girls, because my next favorite thing, I saw this on the mantle, and I'm going to get super excited about it right now. It's the red and green ball garland. It's right there on the mantle. Let's show us that. It's my favorite thing because it makes everything decorating so easy.
Yes. So,
oh, here you are. You have it in person. This is even better.
I do. I have one in person. So this is just a slightly different one because we have, this one is online, and we have many different shapes and sizes. And you're going to kind of notice a trend that you've been talking about, Jane, about our favorite things. It's things that make your decorating easy. And this is one of them. Cassie used it right here on the mantle. She sometimes uses it. You can just show us.
Oh, sure. You can put any of this in the tree. We'll take this pick out. That down.
And she just puts that right in the tree. And voila.
Wow.
Look at that. It just looks beautiful.
And super easy.
And everybody can do that.
What? You just did that and it stays in there.
Yep. It's really nice.
This is amazing. Great stuff. Okay, so let's talk about my next favorite thing. And literally, no mantle should be without this. Your mantle is naked if you don't have a mantle clip. Talk about this mantle clip.
Okay, so one of the problems that people have is a lot of times is how to attach their stockings. Like you might have like 4 stocking holders and you get a new member of the family, or it's just a hard thing. And sometimes they don't hold the stockings very well. They can tip over. So we have found that this cool mantle clip, and it clips on your mantle and it separates to adjust to fit a lot of different mantles. And Cassie's going to show you why we love this from not only hold your stockings, but from a decorating perspective.
Okay, let's switch over there.
We have the clips right here. It comes with 3 clips, and then it's almost like a little curtain rod that you set right in place. So you can have multiple stockings on here. And why I especially love it is you can fish line and drop different ornaments and decor down from there to add some fun to your mantle. So it's not just about the top of the mantle. This piece can actually bring the decor all the way down, as long as you don't have the fire going too hot in the fireplace.
Beneficial if you had the fake fire there, but we're talking cozy, so real fire is nice. When that clips on your mantle, it's really just a true clip. So there's no scarring going to happen. There's no tape or anything.
No, like here, I guess you
resting.
Can, if you look here, you can see the see how it adjusts to fit, and it just clips. There's 3 clips. I guess if I move it up a little bit, you can see it fits many styles of mantles. So it just slides right on there. And this is a common problem that people have of how to hold those stockings on a mantle.
Yeah.
But it could also work. We use it sometimes in the store to display products. So we use it on the edge of a table or a shelf. So if you don't have a mantle, you can make your shelf, or if you have one of those floating shelves, in to a place to hold your stockings with this. And we do that as well here. We create substitute mantles.
Awesome. Again, another one of my favorite things. If you have a naked mantle, you need a mantle clip. And my last and final favorite thing are the bunch lights. Again, I said this at the very beginning of the show. Lighting is everything. So let's talk about these bunch lights, ladies.
All right. So again, you add a little bit of lights and you've added a lot to your display. So we add lights, and these bunch lights are a really easy way to add light to the center of your table, because these particular sets, we have them that are plug-in, but this particular set is battery operated, and it's those fairy lights. And Cassie just put them on it, and it kind of is like a ponytail. So it's a bunch of fairy lights that look like a ponytail, and they're strung together. And you just simply open out the strands like Cassie's doing, and you can see that it just adds a lot of cool dimension to a table. You can put them in your tree.
Then you could just take the battery pack and hide it right underneath your garland or whatever you're putting on your table. And what's great about these two, it's on a wire. So if you wanted to give it a crazy hairdo, you could just take your finger and curl it, and they'll make little curls.
Wow. I love this. This is fantastic. Can you hold that box up again, Lori?
So yes, so this particular set, the battery operated set, is only in the store, but we do have some other ones that are available that plug in online that you can use, that we use a lot in trees and that we use on like Garlands and other places where you might have access to a plug. But this little guy is just a really inexpensive way that you can use with battery operated.
Wow, this is so great. I love all of this inspiration. Everything over there at Treetime is like a winter wonder holiday showroom. It's so fun and amazing and happy over there. And by the way, today we're online because we can't be together. You can shop online at treetime.com. But the good news is the showroom is open. I've got all the information running on the bottom of the screen. Lori, you can talk a little bit more. You've got curbside pickup. You're doing all the safety measures. So the shop is open 7 days a week if you are in the Chicagoland area.
Yeah, so we're open, and during November, we're open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 10 to 6, and we're open Tuesday and Thursday nights until 8, and that's just during November, the late hours. And then Saturday and Sunday, we're open from 10 to 5. So we're still open. We have a spacious showroom. We're practicing social distancing. We're all wearing our masks. We're ready to help you here, and if you want to come in and get in the Christmas spirit, or we have our website, www.treetime.com. We offer curbside pickup. We offer shipping, free shipping on items over $100. So order away.
Well, and we're going to talk because people have been hanging in here now for an hour watching this amazing show. Thank you so much, everybody. We've got a very special discount. Christmas has come early for us, I will say, Lori, and we're going to just reveal that in a minute. But I do want to talk. Our friend Rich has this cool idea. They collect pine cones because we've done a lot of pine cone conversation, and they put some peanut butter on them. They roll them in bird seed, and they tie some string and hang them on their pine trees. So it decorates the tree outside, and it also feeds the birds, and that's a great family fun tradition.
Yeah, that's something that, again, that you'll remember doing, and then you have the real birds coming. So what's better than that for Christmas?
Absolutely. All right, so I mean, Lori, Let's do this. Let's talk about this special discount that you are offering to everybody today. This is so exciting. We made you watch to the end of the show. Tell us about it.
Well, thank you, everybody, first of all, for joining us. And so today, when you have any order, both online or in the store, if you just mention ELF20, or ELF Help, sorry, it's ELF Help, you will get $10 off any $50 purchase. So come on in, maybe buy some of Jane's favorite things or whatever you might need for your help. So use code ELFHELP and you'll get that $10 off a $50 purchase both online and in the store. So we'd love to help you decorate for Christmas.
Yeah, not only buy some of Jane's favorite things, you can buy another tree for the house or all these small trees that we're talking about.
Yeah, we have small trees, big trees, wreaths, garlands, storage bags, everything you need to make that small or big celebrations.
But the online experience is just as great too, right, Lori?
Yeah, so online we've tried really hard to kind of lead you through that process of selecting a tree and answer your questions, and you can select what height tree you need. You can look at the different widths. There's a lot of lighting choices on each of the trees, so you can really make things your way. And then we also have chat if you have questions, and telephone support. So we're here to help you.
Fantastic. I need to do this one time. Show's not over yet, but
everything Christmas, treetime.com.
And a quick question before we say thank you and give our takeaways. What's the protocol on tree toppers? Is it a star? Is it an angel? Is it the pole star? Cassie, what are we doing?
Oh my gosh, it could be whatever you want it to be. It's any of those items. It could be a pole star, it could be an angel, it could be a regular star. I like to use ribbon and floral stems at the top of my tree. There's so many different choices and so many different ways that you can just customize and make it your own.
Fantastic. Well, if anybody has any more questions, we got just a few seconds here to answer anything you might have. I can see them pop up in the comment box, but otherwise, let's go through some takeaways here, ladies. There's only 35 days left until Christmas. So since we're decorating early, why not start today, right?
That's right. No better time than today. The earlier you put it up, the longer you have to enjoy it. So
I think it's great. I'm going to my sister's today. We're going to do a little elf help there. And one of my favorite things is to be in the Christmas spirit and have that makeover and enjoy it while we're home. I love it. One of my top tips, friends, is if you are decorating today, put away all those sit around things, right? So if you've got, this vase over here and this, whatever, something over here, put those away so you can fill your space up with all of your holiday decorating. And then when you take your holiday decorating down and you put back all of your sit around things, it's like having a new house, and you can put them in different places. So that's my top tip for you. And remember, the holidays are what you make them. And this year especially, we all need that cozy. We all need that warmth. Fill your home with all of these festive designs and really embrace the holiday season. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Don't forget to go shop at treetime.com right now. Lori and Cassie, what a great show. Thank you for bringing us all of this great inspiration and information.
Thank you so much, Jane. We love all your ideas and your energy and enthusiasm. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, everybody, that's a wrap. I had a blast hanging out with you. Thank you for all of your comments, and we'll see you next year. In the meantime, happy holidays. We love you, and go shop at Treetime right now. Here we go. Happy holidays, everybody. Bye-bye.